Welcome to our reception on occasion of the Europe Day. The 9th of May represents an important historical milestone for Europe and an opportunity for all Europeans to celebrate our unity and the future we all share. This becomes even more important as we are challenged to maintain peace and prosperity in our continent. It is in the current geopolitical context, with Russia waging the war of aggression against Ukraine, that we need to remind ourselves what the European Union stands for. The European Union is not just a political and economic union. It's a peace-building project created in the aftermath of the World War II with an aim to promote peace, stability and prosperity in Europe. The EU has been successful in achieving these goals through a process of integration, cooperation and dialogue. In the Western Balkans, the EU plays a crucial role in promoting reconciliation and building bridges between communities. EU's enlargement process has incentivized reforms and helped to anchor partners in the region of the European project, fostering greater cooperation and integration, contributing to stability and prosperity. At the same time, the EU remains a key partner for the region and shows its readiness to support it at a time of need. Most recently, the EU provided €1 billion in grants to help the Western Balkans deal with the consequences of the energy crisis. The energy support package is designated to mitigate the economic and social impact of vulnerable households and SMEs, and to support the energy transition, energy security in the region in the long run. Kosovo's first share under this package is €75 million, and it has already been partly disbursed in support of immediate needs, and more is to come. I'm also pleased that after talking with the Minister of Finance, he actually told me that with our grant of €15 million, we actually saved more than 80 million in energy, which is a kind of remarkable result of this process. In the context of closer EU-Western Balkan ties, we received another positive news just yesterday. 38 telecommunications operators from the European Union and the Western Balkans have agreed to gradually decrease data roaming prices from October 2023 until 2028. This agreement aligns with the roaming declaration signed at the December last year EU-Western Balkan Summit in Tirana.
It's really an honor, but also a joy to be together here with you, celebrating Europe's Day. I had a very interesting experience recently, and I want to share it with you. My 7-year-old daughter is learning Earth and continents these days. And together we bought a globe, and I was trying to explain her 7 continents. And I can say that everything went very good until we came to Europe. Because she was reproached me by saying, "Daddy, don't you think that Europe is not quite a continent?" And really, if you look from the northern hemisphere, I must admit, I said, yeah, I think I agree, it's not quite a continent. Then she asked me if it's not a true continent, what it is. I said, maybe it's an idea. And she asked me, you know, with this perpetual question, what is an idea? And I said, you should grow up first. But this is very interesting, and it was a bit surprising, but also shocking to me, because this was a child's perception, free of the geopolitical, political, historical, whatever conventions in perception. But this leads me also to this traditional idea in Europe of many European thinkers that conceived really Europe as an idea. Starting with a thinker which I love so much, and I have read it so much, Immanuel Kant, who is in 1795, in his great book, Perpetual Peace, predicted somehow European Union 160 years before it happened. Why it is like that? It is because, how he said, the ideal to create a kind of federation or a kind of league of free nation was a constant ideal in European soil. And when you see this great project, how it happened and how it was built, you are amazed for sure, because the true figure, the true symbol of Europe, I always thought that it's a phoenix. Because during the 50s, when European Union started, and this great family of common values, and of this league of free nations and democratic nations of Europe, it's like a kind of a rebirth. And rebirth from ashes, because of the great wars, a lot of victims and millions of people losing their life. And when we stand right now, it was really like more than 70 years of great achievement in which everybody wants to participate, especially nations of Balkans. And I think that, European Union, Europe as a family of values,